Welcome back, guys. Today we are back with another problem, and today's problem statement is a kind of different one. Today's problem statement is a medium state problem statement, and this is the problem statement is forming a palindrome. Okay, so I'm just going to write forming a palindrome. Forming a palindrome. Okay, so what basically we have to do is we'll be given a string str. Okay, we're given a string str. We have to find the minimum number of characters to be inserted to convert it to become a palindrome. Okay, so if str equals to 3, which is a, b, c, d, okay. So answer is 3. The 3 is the minimum number of characters that to be inserted to convert it to a palindrome. Inserted character marked with bold characters is in D, C, B, A, B, C, D, okay. So D, C, and B is the characters which we have to insert in order to make this a palindromic string. We have minimum 3 characters to make it a palindrome, or else we can say that the string is already a palindrome by str equals to a. So what is the algorithm? What is the algorithm? Okay, so basically our first task is to reverse the string. Okay, so if we have a, b, c, d, okay, so we have to reverse the string. Okay, reverse the string. So if we reverse the, say for example, if we reverse this particular string, the string will become d, c, b, and a. Okay, so now once we have reversed the string, now we have to find the longest common subsequent string out of this. Okay, longest common subsequent string. So it's like if longest common subsequent string is what? So say for example, if I check for similarities, if I check for longest common similarities, so I will get the similarity as a, b, and c. Okay, so a and c is the longest common subsequence. Okay, a and c will be the longest common subsequence, and then I have to check the similarities. So how I'm going to check the similarities between the two strings? Okay, so if I check first d and a, so do I get any similarity? Do I get any similarity? No, right? So say for example, now I have to convert this into the longest common subsequent string. So what is my longest common subsequent string? So for a, b, and c, and over here I have a, b, c, and d, right? And then I have d, c, b, and a. So the values, okay, I have to check the values. So I will have a, c, and d, okay, and a, b, and c, a, c, and d, like that. So if I check the conditions, if I just check the conditions, the longest common value is a and c somehow. If I just exclude b and this, so how I'm going to solve this particular problem is using some recursive way to just say, for example, I'm going to check these two values. Okay, when I'm going to reduce the length of these two strings, and then I have to go to the back to the counter, and then again I have to check the longest common subsequence. If I get a similarity of patterns, then I have to get the count of those longest common subsequence, and once I get the count, I have to subtract the count from the length, right? I have to subtract the count from the length. So that is how we are going to solve this particular problem. So without any further description, we are going to go with the code, and let's see how this can be solved. Okay, so what we can see is basically we're giving us static int count minimum. Okay, and what else do we have? Okay, count minimum. Okay, so in count minimum, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check what I have. I have a string str, right? Okay, so I'm going to quickly reverse the string. So I'm going to use the string builder method. String builder ob equals to new string builder. Okay, so once I get the new string builder, I'm going to pass the string str. Okay, I pass the string str. Now I want to do longest common subsequence. Okay, so I can write return the longest common subsequence. So I can have a function known as the, say, longest common subsequence. So in that function lcs, what I'm going to return is the string. Okay, I have to pass the string. I have to check the reverse string sb dot string. Okay, sb dot string, and sorry, sb dot I cannot just sb dot so I have to check ob dot reverse. Ob is the string builder object. Ob dot reverse, okay, dot to string to convert the string builder object to string type. Okay, dot to string dot str dot length. So first, yeah, this is the first parameter. The first parameter is the string. Okay, so remember, the parameters are the string. For the lcs function, the longest common subsequence function, the string, then the reverse string converted to string, and then the length of the first string. Okay, and then the length of the second string. Since both the strings are of the same length, we can just take the parameters like this. Okay, str.length, str.length. Okay, once that is done, we can just close the function. We can just close the function. Okay. Now my question is, you guys will be thinking, kind of, what is the LCS function then? Yeah, there is an LCS function. So I will just have the function as, say, static int longest common subsequence, LCS. Okay. So I will just write it over here, longest common subsequence. Yeah. So in the LCS, what I'm going to pass is string str, okay, str1, say, okay, and then there is another string str2, which is the reverse string, okay, and there are two lengths of the two strings, okay. So this is how it's done. So once that is done, what we can do is we can check the characters at the last, right? So we can check the characters at the last. So for that, we can have a condition if str dot char at of caret of last value. So my last is first character is for str1. So I have to check str1 dot character of n minus 1. Okay, n minus 1. Yeah, right. Equals to str dot character at character present at the last of that. So I will take str2 over here and over here m minus 1. Okay. So once this condition is satisfied, what I'm going to do is I'm going to recursively call the LCS function, return LCS function, and in this I'm going to I'm going to just uh, pass the parameters. So the parameters are str1, str2, okay, and now I have to reduce my length, right? So m minus 1 and n minus 1 of the two strings, okay. So this was basically the function, but now since there will be some overflow issues and to handle the strings more efficiently, we are going to have a DP array. Okay, we are going to solve this using dynamic programming. You can go and check in the topics tab also. They have used dynamic programming in order to get into n square time space complexity. Okay, so the maximum time space, we can have minimum time space as well. Okay, so in the DP array, what we are going to do is we are going to have a DP array, initially DP array, okay, equals to new int, okay. So in the DP array, what will the length? Str dot, this is the length of the DP array, str dot, okay, assuming both of the strings are of the same length. So I'm just going to add plus 1 to it. I'm going to add plus 1 to it. Okay. So once I've done with that, now I'm going to fill the DP array. So I'm going to fill, so I can use for int arr in the DP array, and I'm going to fill arrays dot fill, okay, with minus 1. So I will initialize the arr values with minus 1. Okay. Now while returning, I will just have this function. So I will just store it somewhere. So I can write int lcs len equals to, okay, so lcs string builder ob reverse to string, and lastly I have to pass the dp array as well as the parameter. So a semicolon would be better. Yeah. And lastly, I'm going to return I have to return the length str dot length minus my LCS len in order to find the minimum number of characters required to make this a palindrome. Okay, so now I have to complete the function over here as well. I have to check some base cases, but before that, I'm going to just write over here return dp of size n size m, okay, size m equals to 1 plus 12 plus LCS, least common subsequence, okay, and there will be another parameter dp, done. So also I need to take another parameter over here, int dp. So I've returned the function. So if this case doesn't work, I have to take the minimum value of the, because I have to take the minimum number of characters, right? So I will take the minimum longest common subsequence over here using math.max. Longest subsequence, since it's the longest common subsequence, I have to take the longest length. So I'll be using math.max of I will take I'll call the function again recursively. So we'll have in LCS I'm going to pass the str1, okay, and the str2 I will have n minus 1 and m and dp, okay. This is for one of the strs, and again I have to have the LCS function. So in this LCS What I'm going to do is I will have the same set of commands, str2, and here now n will be constant, m will be decreased, and a dp array. I guess I'm doing it right. Yeah. So we've initially done the manual max as well. So return the dp array. So before that, I have to check some base cases, right? So I will write it if my n, which is 0, or m equals to 0, then I'm going to return 0. Okay. If dp of n and m not equals to -1, so we are going to return dp of n and m. Okay, so I guess the code should work. We should compile. So there is some error. Int dp. Okay. LCS len with the capital N. Okay, let's submit. To reverse the string, to check maximum length. Okay, if lengths are 0. Okay, and checking similarity in last character. And just so you know that we are decrementing the thing, as I already told, we are decrementing both the lengths. So this is how we are going to solve this problem, and this is a medium-based problem, and string and dynamic programming both in the same problem. So I hope you could understand this problem statement. Most of you are viewers and don't subscribe. I want you guys to subscribe, and that helps me make more content. Thank you so much, and we're looking forward to solve more videos.